If you've ever tried to teach yourself anything but struggled to structure your learning, retain information, or stay consistent, same. That's why I decided to build a Notion system around personal curriculums so that I could turn any topic I wanted to learn into a structured learning plan in under an hour that makes self study so much easier. And today I'm giving the template away completely for free and showing you how to use it so that you can learn anything you want faster. So with that, let's get into how to set up this template. All right, so this template revolves around what I think are the three main pillars of learning: acquiring, retaining, and understanding. At the center of everything is your personal curriculum, which acts as the roadmap tying those three pillars together. So on the homepage, you'll find three main sections built around each pillar. The resources section is where you add everything you'll use to acquire new information. The schedule and review section helps you schedule and manage your review sessions so you can actually retain what you learn. And the curriculums and projects section is where you organize your learning roadmap and apply what you've learned through projects, helping you build a much deeper understanding of the topic you want to learn. So to get started with this template, all I would do is add a new page under the curriculums and projects section. And I would start by creating a curriculum around whatever topic I wanted to learn. So for today, I am going to create a curriculum around world history. So we'll call this the world history curriculum. And on this page, a default template will be applied that includes 4 steps to guide me through the process of creating a personal curriculum. So the first step is to write a course description, which essentially just says what the course is about and what it's going to include, and then to write 3 to 5 questions that I want to be able to answer and know once I finish the personal curriculum. So that's literally just knowledge I want to have in my brain by the time I get to the end of the curriculum. So to write the course description, 99.9% of the time, I will just use a website like Khan Academy or Yale or MIT OpenCourseWare, and I will browse their courses, find one that's kind of similar to the thing I want to learn, and then just copy and paste their course description or edit it, and then just paste the edited version here. But for this world history curriculum, I plan on using the Khan Academy course as my primary resource, so I'm just going to take their course description and paste that here. So that is the course description. Now I am going to just write a few questions that I would like to be able to answer after finishing this world history curriculum. Okay, so those are the questions I would like to be able to answer by the time I finish my personal curriculum. I really like to brainstorm these because it just helps me stay more focused and attentive on the material I'm working through whenever I actually start learning. And whenever I come across information that answers my question, I'm always like, ooh, that answered my question. And that just helps me remember it better and more effectively. So yeah. Anyway, the next step for creating my own personal curriculum would be to choose a project to implement into the personal curriculum. So my preference is to assign 1 to 2 projects to complete at some point during the duration of my personal curriculum. I think projects are a really great way to just push your knowledge further and deepen your understanding of the topic that you want to learn, while also helping to expose the gaps in your knowledge as you actually work through the curriculum so you can go back and fill them and just end up with a more complete understanding. So I like to assign projects like short essays or a research paper or even something like an exam or an assignment. So for this personal curriculum on world history, I am going to choose to create an essay, and I already have a prompt in mind because I've spent some time Googling history essay prompts. So I'm just going to copy and paste the one that sounded most interesting to me. The great thing about creating projects for your own curriculum is it doesn't even have to look anything like a project you would create in school would look like. For example, my finished essay will probably not be that great or even really formatted properly, but the goal isn't to produce the perfect essay anyway. It's to simply practice the skills of researching, critical thinking, and synthesizing information. The finished product matters much less than the simple process of working on a project. Okay, so that is the prompt I will be using for my essay. There are a couple of properties that you can fill out. So you can assign the deadline now or later. Right now, I'm just going to assign an approximate deadline. So I'm going to do the end of September. And then there's a property to show you how many days are left to go. Then you can assign the status. So I'm going to say this is in progress, and I'm just going to say I'll be working on this a little bit every day. And then I can change the type to just clarify what type of project this is. So that's an essay. So I will put essay. And then you can see that this project is linked to our world history curriculum. There is more to talk about regarding projects, but I will get into that a little bit later. So for now, we'll just go back to the personal curriculum page. And just like that, our project is created. So the next step for creating a personal curriculum would be to actually choose the resources I want to use to learn the topic I chose, aka world history. So my preference is to choose a variety of resources to learn from in a few major categories, like a lecture series, a YouTube channel, a podcast, a newsletter, a community, and so on. And then I will just add those primary resources that I want to track and take notes on to the resource database below. So I already spent a long time going on Google and researching the best resources for learning world history. And that basically boiled down to Khan Academy's world history course, the Dawn of Everything book, which is a very just general history book, and the Rest is History podcast. So those are the ones I am going to write down. With those resources written down, I can now just drag these blocks into the resource database below so I can actually keep track of them and write notes on them. So I just drag and drop, and then I can include a URL from the internet, and then I can change the status to be in progress. And then I will rinse and repeat with the other resources. All right, so those are the resources I want to use to learn world history. Now, the last step for creating a personal curriculum is to actually put together my schedule. So for this personal curriculum, I am going to say I am going to work through one Khan Academy topic per week and one book chapter per week, just to make things really easy. So I'm going to say I'm going to learn every Thursday and Friday. So today is Thursday, so I will assign the Khan Academy topic 1 for today. And then for tomorrow, I will assign the chapter 1 for the book, the history book that I want to read. And that's all I'm going to do for now. So I prefer to only schedule on a week-by-week basis, to only schedule my first week of lectures and readings. So at the end of the week, I can come back and analyze how it went, like whether I gave myself enough time to learn, whether I didn't have enough time to learn, whether I would prefer to do it on a different day, a different time, etc., etc. It basically just allows me to iterate based on what worked and what didn't. Whereas if I just schedule like months and months of lectures and readings in advance, I'm probably at some point going to have to change something and come back to this calendar and just delete everything and redo it, and it'd be really annoying. So this is why I only do it on a week-by-week basis. And that's literally it. I keep the schedule for my personal curriculum super simple. I just schedule one lecture, one chapter per week, and then I redo my schedule every week. After that, you can just scroll all the way to the top of the page and fill out the rest of the properties. So there's a status, which I already put to in progress. You can change the type. So this is history. So I will choose history. And then I can choose a deadline or duration for this personal curriculum. So since I plan on only working through one lecture per week for Khan Academy's course, since they have like 75 units in total, that would basically mean this course is going to take me over a year and a half to get through, which is a long ass time, but it is what it is. I only have this amount of time to dedicate to learning. So I'm going to say, just for simplicity's sake, that we will finish this at the end of 2027, a year from now. You can see that we have 365 days to go. And then below that, you can see all of the material that we chose, all the learning materials automatically linked, as well as the project we created for this personal curriculum. Now, to just make this template look really aesthetic, we're going to add a cover photo. We'll click change on Splash and just put in a keyword like history and choose a cute little cover photo. Perfect. Now, if we exit out and go to the homepage of this curriculum, we can now see our world history curriculum is under the curriculums and projects section. We can see all of our resources where I completely forgot to add cover photos, so I will add cover photos for those as well. So those are all of our active resources. We can see which curriculum it is attached to, and we can see the URL. So if I wanted to just open up this page and immediately go to the Khan Academy course, I could just click this link and be redirected to the website. If we scroll down to schedule a review, we can also see all of today's tasks. So I can see that today I have to watch the Khan Academy Topic 1 video. And if we click on this week's task view, we can see that I also have to read chapter 1 of the history book tomorrow. And I can always change the status to not started, in progress, and done. Once I finish, I can just click this little mark as complete button and the task will disappear just like that. But anyway, that is it for how to actually build your personal curriculum. The next step is to start learning and start acquiring information on the topic you want to learn. So to do that, all you would do is you would open up one of the resources that you created and want to start going through, and you would apply the new resources template. And this adds 2 sections. It adds a note section and a review section. So the note section is super simple. Anytime you read an article or watch a video or go through a new topic or unit, you would just add that unit here, put in whatever the topic was. So let's just say Mesopotamia. And then you would watch a lecture or read the article and take all your notes. You could add a URL, you can change the status, you can write a summary of the note just to summarize what you learned or to basically tell your future self what this note is about. You don't have to do anything with project. That is not related right now. And that's it. Then you can do that for every other topic. And this is just a super organized way to keep all the notes you are writing on individual resources organized. Anyway, below that is a review section, which is based off the spaced review technique. So this method basically ensures you are most effectively moving information you're learning from your short-term memory into your long-term memory by increasing the duration or the gap between your review sessions over time. So, for example, if I reviewed a topic today, or if I learned a topic for the first time today, I would review it again tomorrow, and then 3 days from then, and then 7 days from then, and then 2 weeks from then, and then a month, and so on and so forth. So this feature basically allows me to just do that automatically. So to schedule my learning sessions or my study sessions for review, I would just click new page. I would add in the topic that I learned. So we'll say Mesopotamia. I would click on this property to say when I last reviewed it. So we're going to say I last reviewed it yesterday. And then I would assign a gap. So these are all the different gaps I have. I have 0 days because I just prefer to, when I first learn something, to also review it that same day. And then 1 day, 3 days, 7 days, 14 days. So each time you review, you essentially just increase the gap to the next higher date. And then the next review, if I put 1 day, will be automatically assigned or calculated. And then if I do another topic, let's say the Indus Valley, I do last reviewed was also yesterday, and the gap is 3 days. Actually, let's do 14 days. Okay, so if we reviewed it on July 14th and the gap is 3 days, then the next review would be July 17th. Now, if we go back to the homepage and scroll down to schedule and review, we can see under today's review that we have to review topic Mesopotamia. We can see the resource, we can see the action. Once we finish it, we can just click this little checkbox and it will disappear from this view. If we click on this week's review, we will be able to see that we have the Indus Valley coming up on July 17th. So this just helps keep things really organized and helps you know when your next reviews are coming up, while also ensuring you are giving yourself enough time between review sessions to actually move information into your long-term memory. And I totally got ahead of myself, but that is how the retain part of the template works. So that is the retain pillar is using spaced repetition. Now, the last part of the template is understanding, which is where the project section comes in. So to go back to projects, whenever you want to officially start working on it, you can go to the curriculums and projects section and just click on the current projects view. And you can open up the page, and then under underneath the properties, you will see a notes database. So this is simply to take any notes that are relevant to the project you're working on. So you can take research notes, you can brain dump ideas and thoughts that you have, you can write your draft here, an outline, final thing, whatever. All of it will be linked to this specific product. So you can just add a new page, you can call it research on Mesopotamia. You can change the status. You can add a URL if it's to something like an online resource. You can link it to a specific resource if you are doing actual research from that resource. And then you can, of course, add a summary of the note. And then if you were to do the final draft, then you could just open this up and start writing the final draft inside. Also, if at any point you want to have a very organized, non-cluttered view of all of the pages I've mentioned in this template, I did include a navigate toggle, so you can just open the toggle. I have individual pages for your curriculums, projects, resources, review, tasks, and notes. So if you were to open up the curriculum page, for example, you would only see the curriculum database, and you'd be able to see different views for your current curriculums, not started, completed, all curriculums, and the same type of thing for all the other pages, which just makes it really easy to view and manage individual parts of this template. And that is literally it. This template is what allows me to take any topic I want to learn, actually break it down into actionable steps, schedule my learnings, and make a plan for how I'm going to deeply learn the topic without going insane, getting super overwhelmed, or just learning for months on end and not really getting anywhere. So if you'd like to grab this template, again, it's completely free. There will be a link in the description. And if you want an in-depth tutorial on my process for creating a personal curriculum that does go a little bit out of the scope of this template, you can go watch this video that goes in depth into how to create a personal curriculum. And that is it for me. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.